welcome to my channel. My name is Eve. This is Everyday Artist, and welcome. This is Rogue. I guess she's tired. Are you sleepy? No? Never? Yeah, she doesn't sleep a lot. We often tried to find out what kind of dog she was. And when she was a puppy, I thought she was going to be bigger. Her coloring looked a lot like a Weimaraner. She didn't have all this white fuzzy hair. She had short hair. And it was basically the color of a Weimaraner. And it's kind of scared. Perfect size dog for me, by the way. Doctors kept going, I don't know. So when people ask me what kind of dog she is, I say, brown. But they think that she's some kind of Russell Terrier mix. I don't know. But she is, especially when she was little, very, 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 very active dog. You do not need to bark at cars driving by. They don't hurt us. Okay? Lie down. So I had a week. So I was wanting to sew those 2 bags. Stop it. But on Wednesday, I had started physical therapy on my foot as well as my knee on Tuesday. And it could have been that. But on Wednesday, I moved my leg a certain way while I was sitting on the couch and went back to August with my knee. And I couldn't walk. I couldn't stand up. I couldn't bend my leg. I couldn't straighten it all the way out. And I think maybe it might have been from wearing the boot. I don't know. I have no idea. But the chair where I sit to sew, I'm very short. I'm only like 4'10.5". I cannot reach the floor unless I'm on my toe to bring my knee up where it's not cutting off the circulation with the front of the chair. So the chair can be kind of uncomfortable. And also when you sew, you have to keep getting up and down to go to the iron. Yeah, I know a lot of people make little ironing tables beside them, but in where I am, it's just not practical. So after making this bag, I said, I think I'm going to wait till I feel better. Fortunately, after I saw my physical therapist Friday, I felt tons better, and I'm refusing to wear the boot because I'm afraid, but just trying to, be smart about things. But after I made the bag, one bag, I made lots of scissor fobs because I could sit in a different place to do that. So here we go. Let me show you what I've been up to. So here's the one bag set I made, and the little one has candy canes, and the big one has a tree, and of course it's candy canes down here and inside. So that is the one bag I got made. And then there's constant yard work. Constant yard work here. So while I was looking for charms for the bags, the Snowman one and this one, I came across other Christmas charms, and I said, well, yeah, why not? So here's a kitty in a gift box. I don't know if I can get that to focus. Oh, I have all these on our Etsy shop already. Now, this is a kitty. Let's see. Wrapped, I don't know if you can see it. It's wrapped in Christmas lights. So, there's that one. I didn't have little Christmas lights. And I thought, oh, I can use little tiny red and green and blue, whatever, beads. I didn't like it as much. So that's what I did. And then I made one of a little Scotty dog in a sweater with a tree. Wouldn't this look cute with this bag? Wouldn't that look cute? Because he's got a little tree. Yeah. Anyway, so I did those 3. And then I did the little astronauts. One on the moon, one on a star. These remind me of that song, Fly Me to the Moon and Let Me on the Stars. I don't remember. I can't think because there's either some kind of saw or a leaf blower. Leaf blowers. Our neighbors had some yard work done on that side. And I came out to my car. I had taken it to the car wash like the day before, because where I get my oil change, they wash the car too. And the car was covered in, I want to say dust, but it was like this thick. It created mud when I couldn't see through it. I had to use my wipers to get it off, and it created mud. So, I did that and went on. And then the next day, the neighbors on this side also, and it was from all that leaf blowing they're doing, brings up all the dust. And I was like, I can't win for losing here. Anyway, so I have them with these little nuggets, which I thought looked a lot like asteroids. So... And I thought about putting like something that looked more like a star, but I like the little white go with the little white guy. And the last one I did was this giraffe. And it's just gold and silver beads. They're not real silver, they're silver colored and gold colored. But I can't get into focus. I don't know if I got it to focus the last time, but you could see his little face with an eye. It's still not focusing, is it? Well, anyway, I finally called it an armored giraffe because it kind of looks like it kind of looks like not chainmail. Knights in the shining armor, only it's a giraffe. Sometimes words don't come to me. It seems like after I had COVID in 2020, that I've lost the ability to have words come immediately. Anyway, that's what I spent my week doing, and a little bit of cross stitch. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my cross stitch again, finally. My first whip go call for November that I've been working on is "And to All a Good Night," stitching with the Housewives. It's going to look something like that when it's done, only I'm not doing mine on black. This is on 14 count Ada that I dyed myself. And I haven't gotten very far because I want to work on it. I want to do the whip go and I want to get this done because I love this. But I'm working on those ornaments, so I have not worked on it as much as I could have, should have. I'm not sure. And then the Christmas ornaments. Now, as you recall, I was working on Holly Noel by... Sorry, a lot of these look similar. Okay. Holly Noel by Friske of the Mindful Needle. And so I don't have to search for pages again. I have a finish. Don't step on my stuff. I'm really pleased with the way it came out. I'm going to try to FFO it so that I'm not trying to FFO all of them at the same time. I don't know how many of these I'm actually going to get done, but I will keep plugging away, and I have other things I could make that are less time consuming. And, you know, I started some quilts that are, one is just needs borders and then, you know, quilting. And the other one, I'm sewing the rows together and then a border and then, of course, quilting. Which sounds like not much, but everything takes time. But anyway, why are you doing that? That looks strange. Are you okay? Okay. So I finished one. Well, that would be the second one, right? And I'm still plugging away at 2023 2023 Snowman. And this is by Annet Kobylianska of Sweet Annet. And I know I'm butchering that, and I'm sorry, but I can't. And then I started on a new one because, as I said, my hand starts hurting when I'm working on that plastic. So I on the 2023 Snowman, I will put up a picture of what it's supposed to look like finished. And on this one, it's called Gentle Glow. And the design is by... No. I'm looking at the wrong one. I apologize. It's like, really? Gentle Glow? I don't remember that. It's called Peace on Earth. Designed by... I will put the picture, and I will put here underneath, I'll just type it out. I'm going to butcher it, but I'll type it out. Evdokia, Nikolaev, I don't know, Nikolaev, I don't know, of Punochka. I hate not pronouncing things right. I hate it. You know, with Spanish, when I read it, I know what parts of the word not to say, you know, so that I can get a fairly good pronunciation. I took German many years in high school and college, so I can read it. I may not understand it, but I can read it pretty well. And I can kind of sort of read French because I lived in Belgium, which is, they speak French and Flemish, and I was in the French part of the country. So my landlord there kept trying to teach me French. Every time I went to pay the rent, I had to go inside and sit down and have a cup of coffee, and he always offered me whiskey, but I selected coffee. And then they would want to practice their English, and then they would have me practice my French. They were very, very, very sweet people in their 70s, maybe a little older. I heard, now, I left my husband. He was still there. I left. And I heard that after I left, the wife fell down the stairs into the basement. And I was so worried. They were so sweet people, so I hope she wasn't horribly injured. But that was a long time ago, and I was never told how that turned out. Anyway, so I started on this, and this is another one where, now I started the Holly Noel on this same fabric. It is a DMC fabric, and it has sparkle in it. I don't know if you can see the sparkle. It's got gold sparkle in it. And I knew the white wasn't going to show up because I've been working on Christmas Lantern by Twin Peak Primitives, and it has a lot of white on it. And I started it, and I realized I was using Blanc instead of B5200. So I redid it with B5200. But let me see if I can get an angle on it where it helps if you're not seeing through it. So I did this first, and then I got all the way up to like here and said, well, that's not meeting up. And I realized I had one too many of these little things. So it was too long. So when I did this, it wasn't meeting up, and I almost just left it. But it is a circle, and I would have to make the same mistake on all of them, because it's got that same pattern-ish. Two are bigger, but this pattern is repeated exactly on the opposite side. And so I would have to make the same mistake and figure out how to make a mistake to fix it on the two other ones. And I was like, no, I'll just take it out and redo it, because that would be much harder. So, and one other thing, this pattern calls for two different colors of green. So I thought that in these branches there would be two different greens. No, there's only one. And so I studied the pattern, because I was like, well, where is the other green? There's a squiggly line in the middle under the word piece, and there are 6 stitches in that line that are the other green. Had I realized that, I would just do it all the same color. But I guess it's to make it look more like ribbon flowing. I don't know. Anyway, it's a pretty design. So I'm happy with it. And even though you can barely see this, there's a dove and the word peace here. And that's part of my thread. I'm thinking that I may add like a bluish color or something like that to the white to make it show up a little better for the dove and the word peace. But I don't know. Maybe not. And lastly is Sapphire Mountain Handcrafts 2023 temperature sow. And we are now in the second to last line. I figure I'll put this part on WhipGo. I'm working on all these other things. There's no way I'm going to get it done. And I want to get done the temperature part because it'll be much harder to go back and figure out if I miss any days. So here I am. And we're getting into green days. As you can see, I'm wearing longer sleeves. I still have on shorts. I went out earlier today and it's beautiful outside. It's not cold, it's not hot. It's great. Absolutely fantastic. That is everything that I have been doing. Now, I have piles of fabric on my table trying to decide what I have time to do and what I don't have time to do. Plus, I also have a special order that I have to get done. So, I think my dog is crying at my sister wanting kitty snacks. My sister has created a monster. She gives her stuff to eat. She doesn't have to beg for it. My sister just gives it to her. But then she starts that stuff when she thinks it's about time. Anyway, so I have to decide what I have time to do, what I don't have time to do, because I also have errands to run, and so I'm going to have to really manage my time a lot better. Fortunately, my leg is feeling tons better. I was walking this morning with no issues. As long as I don't stay on my feet too long, my heel doesn't hurt, my knee doesn't hurt, so I can get things done. So, which is a good thing because Thanksgiving is soon, and this room is not ready for that, let alone any other part of the house. Plus, I have cooking I have to plan out when I want to do what. Not just when you want to. We've purchased everything that is shelf stable. But you have to go back and get certain things that are not. Like onion and celery and, things like that. So, sorry, I was staring at the dog, wondering what she was doing. Who knows? So, I will see you next week. As I said, Thanksgiving is coming soon. Thursday, it was 2 weeks away. So, I'm not positive what my schedule is going to be like, but I'm assuming that I will still do Mondays throughout the holidays, except that the 25th is a Monday. So I will film on the 26th of December. And probably, but not surely, the 2nd instead of the 1st. But I don't know. So I think that's everything. There was something else I wanted to tell you. I don't remember what it was. So I'll see you all next week. You guys have a good week. I hope your preparations for the fall and Christmas and stuff like that are going very well. And happy stitching.